Alright, if you're watching this channel, you're clearly a real manly man, which means your deepest desire is to become an all-powerful undead lich, commanding the undead to do your bidding, just like that one guy from Castlevania. And even though such transformation will never allow you to touch a woman ever again, I get it, you cannot deny, it's really cool. So today I shall start as a single lich in a spaceship with the help of Rimworld of Magic and raise every dead body I can find in order to create the largest unstoppable all-devouring army. But the real question is, can the game actually run with that many colonists active at the same time? Or will the engine crash, destroying any hope of defeating the mech hive mind?
Foreshadowing is a narrative device in which suggestions or warnings about events to come are dropped or planted.
Let's find out. Alright, losing is fun. However, today we shall play with Santa Claus, who will give us gifts on the 10th of December. Now I do have plenty of vanilla extended mods, just to spice things up a bit. I'm also starting with the Medieval Monarch's Ideal Legend. Everyone, I would like you to meet Slugmason, our repulsive lich, who has triple passions in shooting and intelligence. Now obviously slug people are really slow, so he's not gonna do much except for researching in our fancy spaceship. I shall also start with a Wand of Lightning, which doesn't do much damage, but it stuns the enemies. Hopefully we won't have to use it. Alright, and here we go, in the classic Odyssey start scenario. Now obviously Slugma cannot do any hauling, so we're gonna have to do as much construction as we can before the mechs arrive. Now this might seem rather slow, but trust me, Slugma is very quick for slug people standards. I mean, look at him, he's so fast, he's practically taking brain damage. Incredible. And here come the mechs created by the evil snail people, not to be mistaken with the really good slug people. Luckily for us, as a lich, Slugma has access to flight. Oh boy, talk about brain damage. And we have to name our ship. Now I know what you guys are thinking. This vessel clearly looks like a manta ray. Unfortunately, someone already built a manta ray type ship, so I have to do something new and exciting. We're gonna call our vessel the Clown Car. Trust me guys, the name will fit. Alright, let's get out of here. Crap, we can't attack anyone. That's not good. Luckily for us, we can land in the Scarlands biome, which have plenty of resources for the undead. And here comes our first undead servant. Now let me clarify something about this whole raising the undead bit. First of all, they have no need for food, sleep or mood. Neither does Slugma, which means the only thing we have to do is devour and grow. And he even comes with a gun. How convenient. Now of course, there isn't a hard cap on how many undead Slugma can raise. However, they cost mana as upkeep. Unfortunately for game balance, I'm going to open the mod options menu and reduce the upkeep of undead to 0. So we can push this necromancy thing to its gross logical extreme. And we can finally start researching something like crude torture. I mean, we should definitely start with a battery. Now as we loot the place for components, fuel and more colonists, I just have to say Slugma gets a sick, twisted and perverted satisfaction from having slaves in the colony. Relatable. And now of course we have to make Slugma our leader. Oh, what's this? Visitors. Of course, I assure your safety. Remember guys, you can always trust your life with a perverted lich who gets kicks out of murdering people and raising them as his permanent slaves. Everyone knows that, it's common knowledge. Random passerbys. Alright, now we're going to do something which society genuinely frowns upon. Honestly guys, I used to be like you, following expectations. When I used to go to the gym, I get the physical strength, which gave me the confidence to close out all the business deals. And of course, being attractive, strong and rich meant that all young beautiful women wanted to have sex with me all the time. At my place, at their place, with handcuffs. Now it's my turn on the handcuffs. My parents are proud of me. But what alpha bros never tell you about success, it comes with a price. I used to think it worth it because I found her, Sylvia, the woman of my dreams. However, one day she just disappeared, didn't pick up her phone. I was devastated. I had no idea what I did wrong. That's when I gave up on everything. Business, gym, women. And you know what? I might be a struggling YouTuber and my parents are ashamed of what I've become. But for the first time in my life, I feel happy because I set my own goals and I do not follow unrealistic societal expectations, such as don't murder random passerbys. Screw you society, you have no hold over me anymore. Honestly, we're growing faster than anticipated. A quest for another colonist? I'll take him. And here comes the raid, bringing us even more colonists. Ah man, what a terrible engagement. It's perfect. Remember guys, if you're to be a successful Lich Lord, you have to think much like a politician, so don't think of them as people. Now I know some of you would say, obviously they're not people, they're reanimated corpses. Now that's the spirit. Now of course the real difference between a lich lord and a politician is that you simply have to replace brainwashing and propaganda with coup de grace. Anyway, it's time for me to channel my inner African warlord, and we researched batteries. Let's get the smithing. Alright, let's get out of here. Now I'm gonna be honest, this looks like a clown car already. Unfortunately, we can't attack anyone just yet, but hopefully we get some more friendly visitors. And we have to get a faction name. We are definitely the Necropolis. For you see, unlike real life politicians, Slugma will be up front with his intent. Our first raid, a lonely man named Bowman. Now I know what you guys are thinking.
He's still alive then?
He was shot 6 times. Fortunately, the bullets missed every vital organ.
Which is quite remarkable, but it simply won't do for our purposes. More friendly visitors! It's time for our colony to grow by using unfair practices. Now I know what you guys are thinking.
It's just not fair.
I know, Ed. Life isn't always fair. Just think the next time I shoot someone, I could be arrested.
Well, I have no such weaknesses. Everyone knows that magical wizards do not fear the police. Now granted, every undead gets resurrected with 0 shooting, no matter what, so we're gonna need to rapidly scale the firing rate. A crash pod, how lucky! It seems that we shall grow even faster. And we finished researching microelectronics, here I come. And we cut down a huge chunk of the forest. Now we have to convert it to more fuel. Also, we managed to build a cannon. That's pretty cool. I shall slap a couple of them on my ship at my earliest convenience. A trade caravan. Let's see if they have anything useful. Mostly garbage. To be fair, I don't really have room on the ship, but they will serve as an excellent target practice. I mean, if I'm gonna be slapping cannons on my beautiful ship, they better be good. Oh boy, that's pretty good. Firing cannons at civilians. I would have never imagined that I would channel my inner British during this playthrough. Crap! I just blow up my guys. I mean, we still have enough to finish the job. What the dickens? That guy just channeled his inner Al-Qaeda. Alright, now we're looking pretty powerful. Well, we got everything valuable. Let's get out of here. Unfortunately, we can't attack anyone again. However, we've discovered the location of some graph panels, which will definitely give us a direction. Also, why are we only using 2 thrusters? Man, I suck at engineering. Alright, for this one, we're gonna start crafting some helmets. I'm not really sure how much defense that will give us, but it's something to do with all that steel. Another raid? Oh no, we're so spread out. Wait a minute, it's a drop pod. Well, go on then, get out. Honestly, I never thought I'm going to channel my inner Texan during this playthrough. I'm just imagining if you're a shady looking bloke, everyone in Texas would be like, yeehaw partner, welcome to my humble abode. Please, commence the theft. And thus our colony continues to grow. Also, we have helmets for pretty much everyone. A crash pod. Excuse me guys, I need to channel my inner Pol Pot for a second. Alright, it's time for us to leave, and it seems that we have overproduced some helmets. But that doesn't matter, because we can finally attack another faction. Oh boy, that's exactly what I've been waiting for. Obviously we have to land in the center of their base and overwhelm them with sheer numbers. Clown car tactics time. Can you imagine a large army which doesn't value the life of its soldiers and treats them as expendable tools? Surely they would mount up as many soldiers as they can on a single vehicle in order to overwhelm their enemies. Remember guys, if you experience millions of casualties, it clearly shows that you put in the bulk of the work. Obviously, winning with minimal losses is for losers. Also, these evil sick sadistic bastards have cages filled with dead bodies. Talk about extra loot. We're quite the colony now. We should definitely secure the perimeter with boatloads of cannons. What if someone tries to rob me and steal my stuff? Alright, we managed to cut some logs. Let's get out of here and completely abandoned this heavily fortified lumber mill. More graph panels away. Alright, so we have these beacons which Slugma has to hack, so we can get our reward without awakening the mechs. Unfortunately, hacking is pretty slow. So how about we have the zombies hack at it? Oh, it actually worked. Now this did summon a bunch of mechs, but it's nothing we can't handle. I mean, there's so many of us, it's kinda bizarre. We're completely unstoppable. Crap! There's a grenade guy. Alright, maybe it's not safe for us to use use grenades. Let's get to the second wave, which is just as bad as the first one. Alright, let's get to the final wave, which didn't actually happen. Finally, some graph panels, which will give our ship a much needed extension. Finally, we can have an engine room, greatly extend our cargo hold, and most importantly, 4 banging cannons at the front. Now that's what I'm talking about. Microelectronics are done. Let's get to standard graph tech in our brand new, super cool research lab. Alright, let's get out of here. It's time to visit an abandoned lab. What do you mean I can't land there? Alright then, let's land next to the abandoned lab and go on an adventure. Alright, we're gonna wall off our ship and get to exploring. Remember guys, if Slugma isn't present on a map, all the zombies will instantly die, which means leaving actual security is not an option. Hopefully, Santa won't send raiders to steal my shit whilst I'm away. Okay, so the thing about this abandoned lab is that it comes from genetically modified extended, which means that it's full to the brim with equipment, allowing you to create all sorts of monstrosities, such as this rabbit with a head of a chicken and this woman scarab hybrid. Unfortunately, the equipment is massive and I physically don't have the room on my ship, so it ended up being a giant waste of time. Fortunately, disassembling these machineries gave us a boatload of gold and plasteel, so I guess it's a something, but let's get out of here. Next up, we ended up on a desert. We met with the locals who generously decided to join us, and of course, we made sure to give them helmets. But most importantly, we gave the only child in our colony his very own kid helmet. I should definitely craft a hand cannon just for him. Alright, we have a bulk goods trader. Unfortunately, Slugma will never do social. Relatable. And the zombies are mute. Wait a minute, you actually have to talk on this thing? I always assumed it was more like texting or something. Unfortunate. Next up on the research tree, matchlocks, so we can craft hand cannons for kids. We also made swords for everyone. That's pretty cool. Let's get out of here. More graph panels await. Now for this next location, it's a locked, heavily fortified, ancient facility. Luckily for us, we can hack the doors with our massive cannons. Fuck yeah! Now that's the hacking I can get behind. Now of course this place is full with ancient defense bots, which don't really pose much of a threat. The really annoying thing is, there's plenty of locked doors who have to be hacked individually. This will definitely take a while without any cannons. Now of course we took some losses, but that doesn't matter. You know, breaking into this heavily fortified ancient structure, break these state-of-the-art machines who are built to last in order to plunder technology which we can't possibly hope to recreate. It makes me feel like a stinking dirty archaeologist. But remember guys, unlike those perverted archaeologist bastards, I use all of the gains to extend my ship and slap more cannons on it, which is a well justified noble goal. I hope you agree? Alright, we managed to clear everything out and we can finally get to researching gunsmithing. We also managed to build a heavy flamer. Fuck yeah. Oh no, it requires a power armor. Well, this sucks. I was really hoping to get more of them. I guess we can build some muskets or something. And we researched gunsmithing. Alright, I guess we can focus on bolt action rifles and pump shotguns. Remember guys, if your colonists can't aim to save their life, all you have to do is simply give them a higher caliber. What could possibly go wrong? With the undead soldiers and the big cannons at the front, this vessel definitely looks like Davy Jones' locker. We shall commit ourselves to some magical research and then magically surprise our enemies by using human wave tactics. They'll never see that coming. A quest for a colonist, and just look at that massive raid. I'll take him. A 15-year-old girl. Wow, this takes me back to high school. Open fire, open fire. Oh my god, just finish her off. God, that was awkward. A classic high school experience. Unfortunately, that failed the quest, so we're not gonna get raided. However, we managed to make a hand cannon. Let's see how it looks. Oh boy, I should definitely make another one. It looks perfect for kids. Now we can research arcane focal point and we can also get out of here. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, testing the ship's cannons on civilians. This does mean that you guys are sick. Relatable. Unfortunately, I overestimated the range, but that's fine, we can simply bait them. Oh no, we are just a bunch of defenseless skeletons. We're so scared. Oh boy, here it comes. Crap, I blew up my own guys. again. But that's alright, we'll keep them pinned with heavy fire. Remember guys, the most brilliant tactical maneuver on the battlefield is not caring about the casualties. For you see, casualty numbers are another form of psychological warfare. In other words, it's not real, ignore them, and you always win. Oh crap, they have wizards. That's not fair. Oh crap, they blew up half my ship. Alright Slugma, it's time for you to use your magical superpowers of combat resurrection. Let's see how you deal with this. Chain resurrection. It's a special skill which includes resurrecting your soldiers, and once they get blown up, you resurrect them again, and then you continue doing that until the enemy shit themselves and run away. Haha, losers. Now Slugma, hit them with the chain resurrections and don't let them escape. You know what? If we ignore the friendly fire, the fact that half of my ship is missing, and this overall abysmal engagement, that was pretty good. Man, is this what it feels like to be a child of a really rich person? You can just mess up as much as you want, and after destroying this base, a boatload of factions actually like us now. God, I hate being poor. Anyway, let's get to looting. Oh my god, this is just a heavily fortified logging camp. What kind of a sick pervert would do something like that? Gross. And we fully repaired the ship. It's time for us to build our magical focal point and see what we can do with that. Oh, we can do magic stuff like healing rain. Well, that's kinda useless. Hopefully, once we upgrade to magical circles, we can actually use it. And we have a quest, Wanted Prisoners, which will give us 2 raids with more than 50 people. I accept, out of the goodness of my heart. That's right, we shall finally get some festive favor. So on the 10th of December, Santa can give us more gifts. Oh crap, they sent a bunch of colonists. Now I have to feed them. Well, this kinda sucks. We can actually move. Thank God, we're saved from having to cook for these mortals. Gross. Let's pack everything and get out of here. And we're also going to attack this medieval stronghold. It seems like a nice change of pace. Hey, wait a minute, what do you mean base destroyed? Are you telling me no one lives here? Well, I'm not buying it. Okay, no one lives here. Crap. Also, we managed to reach 91 colonists. That's pretty cool. And we managed to discover the next graph panel stockpile. Speaking of stocks, I feel like I should tell you a little secret. For you see, the one thing financial gurus will never tell you, making money is actually very easy. All you have to do is contact the Bank of McCullough and take out a quick cash loan of 10,000 silver. Next, you call the Imperial Bank and take out a quick cash loan of 5,000 silver. And once you get your money, disassemble your phone and never pay them back. By the way, I feel like I have to mention, I don't feel suicidal. Life is great. I have boatloads of money once the Imperial Bank sends me the cash. A horde of 200 shamblers. Jesus! The number of enemies scales quite a lot. Now this is usually a good thing. However, I cannot resurrect these undead monstrosities. For you see, it goes against the Necromancer code of conduct, mutual respect, friendly coexistence, work cooperation and preservation, which clearly states, "Thou shalt not resurrect undead previously resurrected by other necromancers." What? Of course we have these. Guys, did you actually believe that just because we defile the dead, murder the living, and partake in the most gross and perverted rituals, we're some sort of animals? Guys, you should really stop spreading such hurtful stereotypes. Now we did took some damage there, but it's nothing we can't fix. Alright, let's get out of here and blow up someone with my cannons. This time, I have a genius plan. We're not gonna stand in front of the cannons. They'll never see that coming. And I also managed to park in range. Haha, get fucked. Random colonists who just wanted to live their life? You can't possibly stop us. Oh crap, they hit one of the cannons. Repair, repair, crap. Oh, so that's how I lose half of my ship every time. Honestly, I was wondering why that kept happening, but I guess that makes sense. Anyway, it's time for plan B, human wave tactics. Aw man, it's not even close. It seems that only raid scale based off your colonists, and the population of these bases is unaffected. No, ridiculous. We're simply too good for this. And now it's time to do some looting. Is that a prison? I've never seen this before. I mean, I know how to deal with them. Hey, wait a minute, there's just random visitors. Is this a hotel/prison type of settlement? And there's even more, being forced to produce drugs. I'm so confused. Oh, I get it. This is an average Rimworld player base. That's kind of disturbing. Is that how they look to your average raider? Anyway, we're now 122 people. We're definitely growing. A trade caravan, thank God. That's exactly what I needed. You know, to trade. Ho ho ho. This does remind me, it's the 2nd of December, which means Santa will arrive and give us all gifts. Oh boy, I can't wait. Now that we managed to rebuild and regrow, our wealth is now at 238,000. That's pretty good. Let's get out of here. It's graph paneling time. Now I wasn't really planning on celebrating Christmas in the desert. Unfortunately, in this map, we have to hack the 3 different vault doors. I guess we can do some mining whilst Slugma hacks the doors open. This will take quite some time, especially because I've gotten used to the police method of opening doors. I might dislike the force, but you have to respect their unique breakthrough tactics. Now predictably, the first vault didn't have any graph panels, neither did the second one. However, as we're hacking the third one, that's right, waking up on the 11th of December, I realized that Santa has left us gifts. Thank you, Santa, I deserve them. Let's see what we get. Vaxstone. It's not enough for an engine, but I appreciate it. And the second one has chicken cat eggs. GMOs have definitely gone too far. And the third gift has, I don't know, good God, just get out of the ship. You're ruining Christmas. It's a wolf pelt, that's pretty cool. The next gift has some skulls. Oh, Santa, you definitely know my aesthetics. And a rug. It will definitely fit in the lab. The next one has uranium. Someone knows how to utilize the kids. But I already have plenty. Wild goose eggs. Finally, something natural. There's a couple of them outside. 46 bucks. Thanks, Grandpa. You're the best. And the other one has steel and some weed. Oh, come on, Grandma. I can't get high. I'm undead now, remember? Oh, classic, Grandma. And we get some more Vaxstone. This will definitely be enough for an engine. And we get some pepperoni. Oh, demon scales. Definitely unique. And the last one has food. Nice. And just look at the rug. Okay, I have to ask, how does Santa know exactly what I wanted? It's beautiful. Honestly, I never assumed that I would channel my inner child during this playthrough. Speaking of children, I still have only one. I did give him the hand cannon. You know, I'm just now noticing there's a severe lack of children on the rim. What are the kids doing? Back in my days, I used to have 3 sluglings by the time I finished high school. Kids these days and their economy is not going well type nonsense. You know what I think? I think they don't know where to put it. We shouldn't have put so many restrictions on pornography. Or we should put more restrictions, depending on who you ask. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to interrupt this kids these days rant, because we have a massive infestation. Jesus Christ, just like global warming, it's not my problem. So we're just gonna take all the panels and get out of here. Alright, so now we're gonna attack real close like and utilize our clown car tactics, destroying the economy even more, plundering as much as we can, whilst pointing out the severe lack of children. And the attack is over before it even began. Let's get to looting. Also, is this an American settlement? There's plenty of guns. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the bulk of my army fights with swords, so this is definitely an improvement. And we got the upgrade to magical circles. Now we can do real magical magic. I can feel it. And of course we built our large engine, and we managed to extend the ship. Also, I decided to spread out the cannons instead of just adding more. Hopefully we can do some more damage instead of just getting blown up. Oh boy, my guns overfloweth. That's pretty good. We definitely need to move things around, but I'm just now noticing, do we actually need the walls? Like, what's the point? I mean, just look at how much more spacious it is, where it's not crammed full of zombies. Anyway, let's build a magical circle. Oh boy, only 700 work left. Another quest? Sure, I'll take him. Alright blokes, just stand outside in the rain. Slugma is attempting to draw a circle. It's harder than it looks.
But this time hold your fingers in place.
One of them is going berserk. Jesus Christ. The magical circle isn't even ready yet.
See how fluid and steady the stroke is?
Alright, let's see what we can do. Crap! The stronger magics require 3 casters, and the zombies are not casters. Anyway, let's get out of here. And let's park our ship in the middle of the lake. Wait a minute, this is a medieval settlement. Base destroyed, we haven't even left the ship yet. I guess we just have to hunt them down. Wait a minute, who are these guys? Are those war caskets? I mean, it's nothing we can't handle, but kudos to that guy, hanging out with space marines, armed with a beanie and a Glock. Hilarious. Honestly, these guys have no chance to stop us. Quest failed, or the guy just died on the floor of my ship. But that doesn't matter, because we're gonna get ourselves a boatload of war caskets. They have heavy armaments and everything. Now 8 might not be an impressive number, but with the heavy armor and super powerful guns, the war casket team is definitely stronger than the child soldier team, which currently consists of a single child and a hand cannon. A space battle? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, but a fate worse than death awaits. And just like that, we reached 200 colonists. That's quite the amount. And we hit 330,000 in wealth. I can only imagine the types of raids that await us. A trade caravan? Oh no! And just as I was about to cut the forest down and cover the whole map in wood flooring, just to impress you guys with my incredible labor force. God damn it, it's not finished yet. This is so awkward. I have to kill them now. Young beggars request charity. Well, there you go guys, one of the normal charity events. However, because we are using Santa Claus as our storyteller, helping them will actually give us festive favor. Hey, wait a minute, why are there so many kids? Usually there'll be 1 or 2, but I guess it scales with the amount of colonists you have. Alright, you stinking bastards, how dare you interrupt my environmentalist magnum opus? I was about to make a clear point that nature is the enemy and fossil fuel companies are the best. Do you have any idea how much sponsorship money you just cost me? I'm an undead slug person. It's not as if I can go and get a job at McDonald's. I mean, I wouldn't if I could. I'd much rather sell out to billionaires. What? Do you guys have any idea how much money I owe to the Imperial Bank? Wait a minute. Ka-ching? Fuck the Imperial Bank. Remember guys, for more financial advice, don't forget to check out my latest course, link in the description below. And remember, if you're not willing to give me $100 for a course, you don't deserve to have millions. Clearly, you have no idea how to manage money. Now excuse me guys, I need to channel my inner Russian and take the children. Keep in mind, complex socio-economic issues such as low birth rates have simple and easy solutions. Also, the traders had an old wooden computer. God, this takes me back. When I was a kid, I would kill for a 64 megabyte oak graphics card. But my parents could only afford a 32 megabyte bamboo graphics card. Man, life just isn't fair. Anyway, now we have 200 colonists. Wait a minute. Oh no, I can only select 200 colonists at once. Well, it's physically impossible for us to know how many we have. But of course, we reached $466,000 dues in wealth. That's pretty good. It's only natural for me to make a special vote with shelves made out of silver so I can hold all the silver and gold as a giant middle finger to the Imperial Bank. And here come a bunch of wild boars. Oh man, the game's quite struggling at this point. Now to be honest, the game engine really isn't designed to handle that many colonists at once, even though I do have the brand new 64 megabyte oak graphics card. It just doesn't matter. A raid? Crap, it's the Empire and they want their money back. Also, there's someone's cousin, someone's mother and someone's nephew in the raid. Don't worry guys, I shall reunite their families and save my money by committing an uncomfortable amount of murder. Well, there's not that many, so I guess we have to split into 3 and deal with them one by one whilst maintaining a defensive perimeter around our ship. Alright, it's time for us to engage. Jesus Christ. Hey there guys, it's Josh from Let's Game It Out. Today we're playing Slideshow Simulator, just like every other day. Listen guys, I'm gonna speed up the footage for a little bit, but we can't possibly lose. We can completely overwhelm them with numbers, and if we can't, I'll just get more backup. Haha, there you go guys. There is only so many children you can plow through before fatigue sets in and you have to withdraw. It's common knowledge. Alright then, it's time for the second engagement. Haha, look at those stupid idiots. They have no idea what's waiting for for them. Crap! They just blew up all my guys. That's alright, we just have to eliminate the guys with the handheld mortars. I simply wasn't expecting them to bring something like that, but that's alright, reinforcements is on the way. The south guys are starting to attack. They don't really seem to have any super powerful weapons. I mean, I guess that flamethrower is super powerful, but it's raining, so it's not gonna do anything. What an idiot. Oh crap, the north guys are attacking, and they already destroyed half my army. Well, this isn't over yet. Come on, Slugma, use your magical superpowers of brain damage and commit mass resurrections. There's only so many children they can plow through before they have to retreat. It's common knowledge. The southern guys decided to flee, which freed like 34 blokes. Oh crap, they blew up half my ship. I mean, that's just a Tuesday. They're starting to flee. Oh no, you don't. Get them, children. Now I'm gonna be honest, the rebuilding will take some time because I have to physically find every colonist and give them a weapon. But I did realize melee weapons are practically not real. I physically can't give such detailed orders, so I'm gonna leave all of them behind and find another American settlement to raid. And there's one along the way to the new graph panel stockpile. How convenient. Oh boy, the game's definitely struggling. Remember kids, don't do this if you want to save your oak CPU. Oh my god, what have I done? And we're gonna get even more colonists after this one. Realistically, how am I supposed to go to space and make vac suits for everyone in order to defeat the mech hive mind? But it all worth it. Just look at the amount of guns. A horde of man-eating bears. Well, it's nothing we can't handle, for our simple beggar children have upgraded themselves to American children. Get fucked, bears. Now, before we get out of here, I just have to mention, even though the game sounds are lagging, Slugma is happy. Talk about a king. Am I right, guys? Let's get out of here. We ended up on an abandoned facility. Nothing really happened here. We were just stuck for 2 days. But finally we can arrive in the brand new graph panel zone. Hey, wait a minute. There's just a giant iceberg. Is the facility inside of it? Well, this will definitely take a while. You know, because every day takes like an hour IRL. Oh, there we go. We found it. And how lucky. We managed to find the graph panels in the first room. That's new and exciting. But I'm still gonna take my elite war casket soldiers and clean up the place. It's not necessary, but it's pretty cool once you speed up the game to normal speed. And there you go, we found the thing. Unsurprisingly, it's very easy with 8 war caskets. They have the combined strength of 87 child soldiers. Trust me guys, I checked. Unfortunately, as I was extending my ship, the game kept crashing. I'm not sure if it's from a mod or is the game simply unable to generate the next raid. So we're gonna have to leave it here. Now I know I couldn't manage to defeat the evil mech hive mind, but I managed to defeat the very universe it exists on. Personally, I take that as a victory. Until next time.